I'm sure you've heard the news. The small town of Pinebrook has been thrust into the spotlight, but not for reasons anyone would have hoped. This once serene and idyllic community is now the epicenter of a chilling mystery that has left everyone on edge. Pinebrook, once a peaceful haven, is now the centerpiece of a dark mystery. The town, known for its friendly residents and picturesque landscapes, has been shaken to its core. The tranquility that once defined Pinebrook has been replaced by an air of unease and suspicion. What happened to Lily Hartman? This question has been haunting the residents of Pinebrook ever since her sudden disappearance. Lily, a beloved member of the community, vanished without a trace, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and broken hearts. It was an unusually quiet morning in Pinebrook. The sun had just begun to rise, casting a golden hue over the town. The streets were empty, and the only sounds were the chirping of birds and the rustling of leaves in the gentle breeze. It seemed like any other peaceful morning, but that was about to change. A jogger, out for his early run, stumbled upon something odd, a pair of shoes sticking out from a bush. At first, he thought it was just a prank, or perhaps someone had lost their shoes. But as he got closer, he realized something was terribly wrong. As he got closer, his heart pounded. The shoes were attached to a lifeless body. The jogger's mind raced as he tried to process what he was seeing. He quickly called the police, his voice trembling as he described the horrifying scene. Detective Sarah Connors arrived swiftly. Known for her sharp instincts and unwavering determination, she was the best hope Pinebrook had for solving this mystery. As she surveyed the scene, she knew this case would be anything but straightforward. The scene was eerie. No signs of struggle, but the body of a young woman, Lily Hartman, lay posed with a thin red mark on her neck. It was clear that this was no accident. Someone had deliberately taken Lily's life, and it was up to Detective Connors to find out who. She had been strangled. The red mark on her neck was a telltale sign of the violence she had endured. As the forensic team examined the body, they found no other injuries, suggesting that the killer had been methodical and precise. Lily was a beloved barista, friendly yet reserved. She had a warm smile that could brighten anyone's day, but she also had a quiet side that few people truly understood. Her co-workers and customers adored her, making her sudden death all the more shocking. Her co-workers had no leads, except one, a mysterious man Lily had been seen with recently. They described him as tall, with dark hair and an intense gaze. He had appeared in the cafe a few times, always sitting in the corner and watching Lily intently. The investigation turned when Connors found car tyre tracks at the park. The tracks were fresh, suggesting that the killer had driven to the scene. This clue gave Connors a new direction to pursue, and she was determined to follow it to the end. They led her to Vincent Cole, a former mechanic with a dark past. Vincent had a history of violence and had been in and out of trouble with the law for years. His connection to Lily was unclear, but Connors knew she had to dig deeper. His criminal record and nervous demeanor raised red flags. During the interrogation, Vincent was visibly anxious, his hands trembling as he answered questions. He denied any involvement in Lily's death, but Connors wasn't convinced. Forensics confirmed fibers from Vincent's car matched Lily's clothes. Cornered, Vincent confessed. The evidence was irrefutable, and Vincent knew he had no way out. He broke down, tears streaming down his face as he admitted to the crime. He had become obsessed with Lily, following her from the city to Pinebrook. His infatuation had turned into a dangerous obsession, and he couldn't bear the thought of her being with anyone else. When she rejected him, his obsession turned deadly. Vincent's love for Lily had twisted into something dark and sinister. He couldn't accept her rejection. and in a fit of rage, he took her life. "I didn't mean to kill her," Vincent muttered, remorse filling his voice. He claimed that he had only wanted to talk to her, to make her understand how much he loved her. But things had spiraled out of control, and now he was left with nothing but regret. His twisted love had driven him to murder. Vincent's obsession had blinded him to the reality of his actions. He had convinced himself that he was acting out of love, but in truth, his actions were driven by a need for control and possession. Vincent was arrested, but the damage was done. The town of Pinebrook would never be the same. The loss of Lily Hartman had left a void that could never be filled, and the community was left to grapple with the aftermath of this senseless tragedy. Detective Connors stood at the park, reflecting. She had solved the case, but the victory felt hollow. The image of Lily's lifeless body haunted her, a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface. In the quietest places, the darkest secrets often hide. Pinebrook had always seemed like a safe haven, but this case had revealed the hidden dangers that can exist even in the most peaceful of communities. But in Pinebrook, no secret stayed hidden forever. The town had been shaken, but it had also come together in the face of tragedy. As the investigation came to a close, the residents of Pinebrook vowed to remember Lily and to protect their community from future harm.
To the channel, press the bell icon and like the video.